Hey guys, Mau Mau here, and today's commentary is kind of going to be more personal and serious because it's kind of something that's bothering me, but it's more like a personal problem. I'll just put it that way. But I felt like sharing it with you guys just because it's kind of one of those things that you want to talk to someone about, and so I figured I'll talk to a few hundred people about it. So basically, a few months ago, I uploaded a commentary talking about how my parents got divorced when I was 8. And if any of you didn't see that video, then there's not really much you need to know about it except that they got divorced when I was 8. And so this topic is kind of a continuation of that, but it's kind of not because it's sort of irrelevant and unrelated. But I am going to start off by talking a little bit more about the divorce and how it kind of affected me growing up. My parents divorced when I was 8, as I've said, and pretty much. I mean, that was 10 years ago. I'm almost 19, um, and basically growing up, my dad was there when I needed him, but not all the time. Which, as a kid, I think you need your dad all the time. And so, if I had something going on, like a school event or something like that, or I needed some money for something, I could call my dad. Or, like, if I needed a ride or something like that, I could call my dad, and he'd pretty much do it. But other than that, that was one of the only, pretty much the only time I ever saw him. I was supposed to go to his house every other weekend. But, I mean, my parents didn't force me to go. And, so I recently, the past few years, it's kind of gotten to the point where I haven't seen or talked to my dad like I probably should have. And, that's partly my fault and partly his fault because a kid can't have all the responsibility for getting in touch with their parents and stuff like that. My dad should want to talk to me and see how I'm doing and tell me he loves me and stuff like that and do stuff with me and all that. And that's just not the case. It never was that way. And so recently, my dad got a new girlfriend. And I posted something about this on Twitter about how I felt like I haven't had a dad since he got his new girlfriend. Um, so this is kind of gonna go into depth about why I feel that way. So basically, my dad's changed a lot here in the past year, and basically I thought that it started when my grandmother died back in June. His mom died back in June, which would be a tough thing for anyone, and that's what I always said that changed him. But it's not. I'm kind of come to the conclusion that that's not the reason he changed. A few months ago, before that, even before June, my dad started going out and drinking every weekend at Applebee's with my uncle, and then my brother would go sometimes because my brother's 22. So they would all go drinking and just hang out and have a good time and stuff like that. And, you know, he's really changed a lot. That seemed to be all he would post on Facebook was about how he couldn't wait till the weekend to party and stuff like that. Well, then here recently, my dad got a new girlfriend, who also goes out and drinks too, by the way. And she's younger than him. My dad's 50, and he told me the other night we went out to eat because I posted on his Facebook how I missed him, and so he texted me and asked if I wanted to go out to eat. So we went out and ate, and he was telling me that she was 41, so she's 9 years younger than him, and I asked him if she had any kids. And she has 3 kids. She has a son that is, I believe, 10. Yeah, 10. She has a daughter that's 15 and another daughter that's 8. And so that didn't really mean anything to me much then. And he was telling me how much her kids, loved him and stuff like that and really enjoyed having him over to her house and all that. And so it didn't really hit me then. I was just, enjoying having dinner with my dad and stuff like that. And then when I got home, my dad, anyways, when we were out to eat, he basically would not stop talking about this woman. He never asked me how school was going or how I was doing or He didn't ask me anything about me. He just kept talking about this woman. And I mean, I was asking him questions about her because I didn't want to seem like a bitch and seem like I didn't care. I'm happy that my dad has something that he's happy about. But at the same time, he also has I mean, I know me and my brother are both legally adults, but at the same time, we didn't have him growing up, and now that, we both got cars and stuff like that, we have the ability to go see him and do stuff with him, and he still doesn't, you know. But my brother basically stopped going drinking with my dad a few months ago. He went out with my dad, my uncle, and he said that my dad kept his back to him the entire time he was there and basically didn't talk to him at all. And so he just kind of got his feelings hurt. So he said he just got up and left pretty much. So yeah, the moral of my story here is my dad's been spending a lot of time with this woman and her new kids and posting on, or not her new kids, but her kids and stuff like that, and he seems really happy, and it hurts me a lot because, like I said, her youngest daughter is 8 years old. And like I told you guys, my parents divorced when I was 8. So I lost my dad when I was 8 years old. And she's 8 years old, and now she's getting to spend a bunch of time with him, so it's kind of unfair. And then I got on Facebook today, and she had posted how she was so blessed to have him in her life and have him in her kids' life. And he was like, "Yes, I'm so happy to be in your life and be in your kids' life." And it just kind of sucks because, I didn't have that. And I mean, I'm sure he's probably only, I don't know if he actually cares about her kids or if it's just because he likes her so much. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling now, but I just figured I would share that story with you guys. Just because I know I haven't recorded a commentary in a very long time, and I had a Modern Warfare 3 gameplay that I needed to get posted to you guys. So anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Leave me a comment, tell me what you thought, and I will talk to you guys later.